All right, welcome everybody. My name is Chris Keppel. I'll be your host tonight for NLC Test Prep, and we're going to do is we're going to cover a little bit about Texas's RPLS, what's new, what's changing, and what to expect. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in and start taking a look at that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in a comment below, and we'll answer them as we go through. All right, so like we just talked about, so what's new for the Texas RPLS? So, of course, the RPLS covers multiple categories. So you're still going to have your statutory law, understanding court opinions, adverse possessions, land conveyances, descriptions, priority of calls, types of conveyances, Texas history. All this is still going to be covered. That hasn't changed much. What has changed is basically your next part. So, again, cost is going to be for the Texas application fee. Don't forget you need to submit this for your FS exam. Is $80. For the RPLS is $150. The LS exam fee is $150 as well. So if you are working for a government or federal in the state of Texas, basically you get your licensed state land surveyor license, and that's the exam. And then there's your RPLS registration renewal. So here's the next step, and here's the biggest one that's coming to Texas. They're going to have all three exams. So you're going to be going and you're going to not only be taking your FS, but now they're going to require the PS, and the RPLS has been shortened or condensed, so it's only going to be 4 hours. So you're basically going to have your FS exam, which is about 6 hours, your PS exam, which is about 7 hours total of going through the entire exam, 8 hours, going through all the introductory and everything as well. And then you'll have the RPLS exam. So right now, every state does require the FS, PS, and of course the state specific. So Texas is going to be incorporating that, looks like the end of this year. So it'll be one more exam for you to take. All right, so the RPLS. So the dates, most current July 16th. So we've already coming up to that in about 2 weeks is the application deadline for any new applicants wanting to take the exam. September 10th is going to be registration exam fee deadline. So all payments must be submitted by then. There you go. And exam registration forms must be received by the board. And of course, the date for this next exam, it's given biannually. The next exam date is October 22nd, and it's going to be at the Norris Conference Center in Austin, Texas. So those are some of the biggest changes that you're going to see. Like I said, you're going to go over, basically you're going to have 3 exams now, so you are going to have to go through the fundamentals of surveying, principles and practices, as well as your state specific. Just like every other state does, but now Texas is going to be incorporating it, where they used to just do the FS and your state-specific or the RPLS exam. So just to give you guys a quick update, so our test prep material is the most current and up-to-date information that you'll find out there for the RPLS, the FS, the PS, even the California exam. We've got workbooks, articles to read, videos to watch. You'll have plenty of questions, a full-length practice exam. You also get support. So while you are going through it, you can go ahead and you can send in a screenshot, ask us questions. You can do a one-on-one session. We have on Mondays and Fridays from 11 to 1 Eastern. So just because you're studying for the exam, don't think that, you're left high and dry. We're here to help you and here to help you pass your exam. So just like I was talking about, so basically provide support for you the entire time you are going through the course. So you're not understanding a question, you're going through the analyticals, you're getting the wrong answer, feel free to give us a screenshot, let us help you out, we can walk you through it, set up a one-on-one, whatever's going to work best to get this information out to you so that you understand it for your exam. Again, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment below. So this one, again, is just covering the topics and what's the biggest changes for the Texas RPLS. Like we talked about, you're going to have the same categories. So you are going to be going over statutory law, understanding court opinions, adverse possessions, land conveyances, land descriptions, priority of calls, types of conveyances, and Texas history. Those are the big categories that are covered on the RPLS. And again, the next big one is going to be what you're going to have to take. So you are going to be required to take the FS, the PS, and the state-specific exam now. Like I said previously, you were only required to take the FS and then your state-specific exam. The RPLS has been shortened and condensed to accommodate this. So the FS is, again, your 6-hour exam. PS is about 7. And the RPLS has been shortened from, I believe it's 6 to 4 hours. So it's going to be basically like the reciprocal RPLS. So it's going to be condensed, but it's still going to have your analytical questions, and it's still going to cover all your categories. So there's still a lot of information to know. And the updated exam dates, like we went over and discussed, July 16th, application deadline for any new applicants wanting to sit for the October 22nd exam. So you got 2 weeks to put in your application, make sure everything's ready to go. September 10th is basically your deadline for making your payment, registration. Everything's got to be submitted and received by the Board of Texas if you want to sit for the October 22nd exam. The next one is going to be next year otherwise. So if you're trying to get in and get it done this year, make sure you get it in basically the next 2 weeks. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in a comment below. I can answer any of those for you. We'll go over the cost real quick again for you. So the application fee, of course, for Texas is $80. So for the FS, it is required to submit an application. So you will have to pay that fee. The PS, we're not 100% sure, but more than likely there will be a fee associated to that. Don't see anything on that as of yet. And then, of course, for the RPLS exam, it's $150. Licensed state land surveyor, anybody who's working for a federal or state department, basically doing surveying and not for the general public. Same fee, just a different license. RPLS is your, if you have already an active license and you need to renew it, it's $100. So just keep track of those. Make sure, like I said, you get everything in. You got your exam dates and your deadlines. So 2 weeks from now is your deadline for any new applicants trying to go for the exam. October 22nd is going to be the exam date. So write that down and put down 2 weeks from now everything you need to have. Basically, get your registration form in, get your payments in, everything. Try and get it in within the next 2 weeks so you know if you're going to sit or not. All right, and just to cover this again one more time for everybody that is joining us now. So the RPLS exam, same categories are going to be covered. So your statutory law, court opinions, adverse possessions, land conveyances, land descriptions, priority of call, types of conveyances, Texas history. You are going to have analytical questions. Everybody's getting them. Whether you have 2 minis and a regular or a normal one or a large one, however you want to think of it, but everybody is getting 2 to 3 analytical questions. So just be prepared. They take a lot of time. And when you do go through our course material, we do give you practice analytical questions. If you guys are looking for test prep material, we can definitely help you out with that as well. We do have some of the most up-to-date information you'll find out there, giving you workbooks to print out, articles to read, videos to watch, quizzes at the end of the sections. You'll get a full-length practice exam, so it'll be just like you're taking the real exam. You also get, we have one-on-one support on Mondays and Fridays, and we also have, you're not understanding or you're getting the wrong answer, send us a screenshot. We'll take a look at it for you and answer and reply back to you. So, we're here to help you guys. Whenever you want to pass your exam, go ahead and sign up for us. Like I said, RPLS, there is going to be a prerequisite now. So you are going to have to take the PS exam as well, just like every other state. So the FS, the PS, and the state specific. Texas was the only one that was not requiring the PS before, but they are now going to be incorporating it. And the exam lengths, of course, if you've already taken the FS exam, about 6 hours, the PS 7 hours to sit for, RPLS. So when they do change it to these requirements, it is going to be a shorter or condensed one, like the mini. But it's just something to keep in mind or keep aware of, is that you are going to be required to take 3 exams here shortly. So if you're not taking it in the October exam, more than likely next year when you go to sign up, you are going to be required to take that PS prior to. And here's those deadlines again for you guys if you want to take a look at, write them down. Like I said, you've got basically about 2 weeks for anybody trying to submit and take that RPLS. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below so I can answer them for you. But these are going to be the big changes that you're going to see. Incorporating the PS. Every other state has it. Texas is the only one that was not requiring the PS prior or previously. So we've covered the exam dates, when everything's got to be due, basically 2 weeks from now. You've got a October 22nd is your exam date in Austin, Texas. If you guys are looking for any prep material, feel free to reach out to us. You can call us at the 877-758-6262, or you can send us a ticket, support at nlcprep.com. You can always schedule a call with myself if you do have any questions about the course material, what it covers, anything like that. Like I said, just give us a call on our phone number. And just remember the application fees. So you do have the FS exam. You've got an $80 application fee. Make sure that you've got everything for that. And then your RPLS and your LSLS both require $150. And if you're just renewing your license, it's $100. All right, let me pull this up for you guys. All right, again, just to reiterate one more time, so the RPLS, these are the categories that you are going to see on your exam, as well as the analytical questions. So you're going to cover all these categories and topics. Let's see if that gets there. So that's statutory law, understanding court opinions, adverse possessions, land conveyances, land descriptions, your priority calls, types of conveyances, and Texas history. Of course, you're going to get all these, plus, like I said, you are going to get analytical questions. So individuals are getting normally 2 to 3 at least, like 2 minis and a normal or a large, however you want to think of it. But these are the topics or categories to cover. We've got the link down below. If you guys want to schedule a call, feel free to click on it. Take calls Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If that time doesn't work for you, just give us a call during the week, and we can go one-on-one and just answer any other questions that you might have as well. Here's the exam dates for anybody new coming on. So 2 weeks from now, July 16th, you've got your deadline for any new applicants. The exam date is October 22nd, and everything, all forms and payments must be in by September 10th. Make sure you keep track of those times and get everything in prior to then. And again, the biggest change, all 3 exams are going to be required. Texas currently only does the FS and the RPLS. They are going to be incorporating the PS, so it's another exam to sit for and pay for. So if you're able to get this knocked out and become an RPLS, or basically get your license prior to them incorporating this, it'll save you time and an exam. All right, and like I've told you guys before, we're here to help you prepare for your journey becoming a professional land surveyor. If you do have any questions about becoming licensed, what's the education requirements, what schooling's required, how many years of experience do you need, we can answer that for you, whether it be in the state of Texas or another state. So, don't hesitate to call us, schedule a call. We can go over that for you and, answer any questions that you might have. And like I was telling you, just when you're in the course, if you do have problems and you're not getting the same answer, or you're not understanding why you're getting answer A and not answer C, or vice versa, send us a ticket, send us a screenshot. We'll be glad to look at it for you and answer it for you. Excuse me. We've got one-on-one hours, office hours from Mondays and Fridays from 11 to 1 Eastern time. If that doesn't work for you, you can always send in a ticket and we can answer it for you that way as well. But we're definitely here to help you guys. When you do go with the course material that we offer, excuse me, like the online course, you are going to get workbooks to print out. You'll get articles to read. You'll get videos to watch. You'll get quizzes at the end of the sections. You'll get a full-length practice exam. And of course, like I said, you also get the support of the one-on-one office hours, or you can do the support tickets. Same thing if you buy the RPLS full-length practice exam as well. If you guys are having questions on anything that we offer, send us a screenshot. We'll be glad to answer it for you. And again, if you guys have any questions about whether it be the RPLS or another state, feel free to set up a time with us. So you can click on the link below and schedule a time. If that time doesn't work for you, feel free to call us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know it says Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays right now for the bookings, but if you need to get a hold of us at a different time, feel free to. We're here to answer your questions and help you pass your exams. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. That's going to cover everything that's changed and what is changing for the Texas RPLS. So I thank you guys for tonight. Oh, let's see. What do you have for California? So depending on what you're looking for, Alex, so we've got you are required to take the FS, the PS, and your state-specific exam. So we do have state-specific material for the California course. So you can take the California course. You can get the statutes binder that you can bring in because it's an open book exam, pre-programmed calculator. We've got a full-length practice exam, 2 additional books, depending on what you're looking for. But yeah, you can definitely, we've got the material for the California exam as well, just like we do for Texas. Pull this back up and just show the categories again for you guys. So if you are taking the RPLS, these are the topics or categories that are going to be covered for you. So you've got your statutory law, court opinions, adverse possessions, land conveyances, descriptions. For the LSIT, that'd be your FS exam, Alex. So you need all the material for the fundamentals of surveying or the FS exam. So depending on if you have any material now, what your education is, there's a lot of variables, but you can schedule a call with us, and I'd be glad to talk to you one-on-one. We can answer anything that you've got or that you might have. In California, I believe, double check for you while we're here. Yes, so the California board does not require examinees for your FS or LSIT to submit an application prior to taking it. So in the state of California, you can register right now to take the FS exam, or you can study for it and sign up to take it. State of Texas, however, you do have to get board approval prior to. So Alex, yeah, you could basically buy your material, start studying for it, register to take your exam in California, and have the FS done. The PS would require you to submit an application. But again, if you want to schedule a call one-on-one, we can talk about that for sure. Sure, no problem. Yep, you can definitely get all the information from there. Just don't forget that the FS exam is going to be your very first one that you need to take. After that, it'll be the principles and practices, or PS, and then your state specific. So if you got questions on the application, if you want to send it to us, we can take a look at it for you. We can't fill it out, but we can definitely help guide you. I'll just send it into the support at nlcprep.com. We can take a look, see what you've got, and see if we can answer some questions for you. And don't forget, guys, when you are studying for the FSPS or one of our state specifics, so the California or Texas, we do have up-to-date material for you. And just another side note, if anybody's still hanging around, looks like we might be bringing back some of Florida's information. So if you're looking for a statutes binder, possibly the online course, possibly the full-length practice exam, it might be coming back around. So just keep an eye out on our site, and you'll definitely find out here in the near future. One-on-one calls are free. They don't cost anything. So like I said, if you want to schedule one, we can set it up and go over what you've got and go from there. See what we can help you out with. But it doesn't cost anything to schedule a call. All right. Well, I thank you guys again for your time tonight. If you do have any questions, feel free to click on the link, schedule a call with myself. If you're going through the course and you have questions, you can do a one-on-one, send in a support ticket, support at nlcprep.com, or you can schedule a one-on-one to go over your questions that you might have in the course. As always, feel free to reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Of course, no problem. Yep. Again, if you guys have any questions, nlcprep.com. My name is Chris, typically the one you're going to talk to. Yes, Chris Garcia. So for Texas, the FS and PS exam are going to be required. So right now, Texas does only have the FS and the RPLS. However, that's what we were talking about here earlier. Big changes that are coming is they are going to require all three exams. So you're going to have to take the FS, the principles and practices, and the RPLS as well. So here's the exam dates for you, anybody who just joined on. So July 16th, so you got 2 weeks application deadline. Make sure you get everything in. Same thing with your fees. Basically, deadline for your fees and application are going to need to be received by the board by September 10th, and October 22nd of this year is going to be the exam day. If you want to know what it costs, again, Texas fees $80. So when you are submitting for that FS, it's $80. Make sure that you have the education experience requirements. If you do have any questions on that, schedule a call with us. We can go over that with you. Make sure that you are prepared and ready to go. RPLS exam, $150, same as the licensed state land surveyor exam. And if you're renewing, it's only $100. So again, you got 2 weeks. Make sure you get all your applications in. And then all payments and registration forms are to be submitted by September 10th or received by the board by September 10th. And October 22nd will be this year's exam for the RPLS. So that's the big changes, is they are going to be requiring all three exams. Every other state does it. Texas is now going to be incorporating it to include the FS, the PS, and the state specific, or the RPLS. Well, thank you guys again. My name is Chris. Like I said, if you do set up a call, you'll typically talk to me. I can go over anything you've got, whether it be for Texas or any other state, answer any questions you might have about some of our course material, and go from there. Again, our number is 877-758-6262, or you can click on the link below and set up a call with us. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you again next